How you doing, Scrappy? Southern, good to see you. Marie, hello. Welcome. Welcome all. Nose picking, yes, I do sleep. And if you slept, you'd also, you'd be asleep now, right? You're almost first. You know what? I'll send you a second prize ribbon, Southern boy. Sean, how you doing? You went to the Prepper Princess site, and it was scary. Pray it's not true. No kidding. Yeah, you know what? Southern boy, blue ribbon. Nothing wrong with blue ribbon, right? All right. So Scrappy just kind of nailed it on the head. I've been getting my butt kicked a little bit on the vid I put out this afternoon. My title? Well, I've been getting my butt kicked. Why all the hate? Okay, I put out a video this afternoon on Les's say-so. I didn't put it on his say-so. I went and checked it out on Les's say-so. Les from Lone Star Pioneering. So I went and I checked it out, and I found it so concerning that I put out a video to send other people to go there. Now, okay, all of this information is not my information, is not my video, and it's not my article, right? However, I took the time of my day to go look at this, see what it is, and I found it so concerning and compelling that I put out a video to suggest others to go on ahead and go on out there and have a look at what the information that was held within that article, right? Because when I saw it, I was super concerned. It was like one of the freaking scariest things I'd ever read or heard, right? For humanity, right? So, all good, Southern boy. You go do what you need to do, brother. For me, Scrappy, it is the first time that I'd heard it. I don't do a lot of research and going poking around and looking what everything is throughout the internet. There you are, Les. How you doing? Okay, we're talking about me getting my chops busted a little bit today. On the video you suggested me to go look at when we were talking over on Kate's Kitchen earlier, and I went and I watched it. I found it so compelling that I put up a video asking other folks to go have a look at it, right? And people started busting my chops. Okay. All right, I got 12 thumbs down on that video. And that's the most thumbs down I ever got on any video. But I kind of wonder why about that. Like, do I have so many thumbs up, thumbs down on it? Because, maybe there's some truth in the video that folks went and looked at, or, like, I really don't know. But, yeah, trolls make it official. They kind of do, right? Yeah, Scrappy for sure, and Sean, yeah, I guess so. I'm not that dismayed about how many thumbs down I got, but it was just a little surprising to me how, because no, don't be sorry, Les. No. Don't think about it that way. All right. Now, I'm not sorry for the thumbs down that I got, or for some of the negative content that I got in my within the chat on that video, because it just shows, it makes people think, and when people think and have a bad reaction to something, they're going to react negatively, right? Hey, Grace, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome all who are here, nose picking, all of you, everyone. It's good to see you all. But it is a crazy video, Les. Like, dang. You know what? If that is true, what is shed in that video, then I wanted all of everyone who's in, who looks at my channel, I want everyone to go see that, because it is crazy what is being talked about there. It's about total control, total relinquishing all. Johnny from Hawaii, how you doing? Good to see you, brother. So it's all good, Johnny. I was just talking about some of the like, you left a comment on my video from this afternoon about the Prepper Princess video, right? And so, like, I got some hate on that, and people are dissing it and this and that, but so we're just kind of here talking about that, and I'm like, for me, it's like, what's with all the hate? Like, personally, I don't invest a lot of personal energy into such a negative emotion as hate. I can't do it. Like, there are several things in life that I strongly dislike, but pretty much one of the only things in life that I hate are pedophiles, and I'll hate them with prejudice. But that aside, how can one person shed so much negative light on another person's chat or video? How does someone take that much energy to shed something negative onto something else somebody's trying to share with you to be a positive thing? You know what I mean? Corn chowder, Scrappy? I'll be right there. Nah, I won't be right there. I'm going to stay right here and have a bit of a chat with you guys. But I kind of want to, I really want to talk to you guys and see what your guys' take is about, like, if you're watching people's vids and what's cool about watching other people's vids is if you don't agree with whatever the subject matter is that they have, you're free to leave a comment. You're free to leave the video. You're free to leave the chat and not say anything at all, right? But what would compel you to leave like a negative comment? What would compel you to take the energy out of yourself to leave a negative comment on somebody else's stuff? I gotta move my mouse icon here because it's interfering with my chat. Your niece went after your mom today because she was scared of letting nearby her. She's 86, so she gets to be scared. Okay. Southern boy, welcome back. That should be rioting. Do you know what, Les? If you want to go ahead and post a link on that video, are you talking about my video or Prepper Princesses? If you want to go ahead and post a link on either of those videos, please go on ahead. You're a moderator. You got a toolbox there, and that's why I gave it to you. Okay, you can go on ahead and post a link to whichever you'd like. To support this chat or information on your own, or Southern Boys, or Prepper Princesses. You go on ahead, please, Les, and just go ahead and post which link. Just mention to the folks here what link it as you're posting for, okay? Just so that they know, so it's not something they may not want to click on or whatever, you know. But I mean, like, what's up with the craziness and the hate? And, you know, post a little video that's about somebody else's video, sharing somebody else's article, and you know, all of a sudden you're getting hate, and all you're trying to do is do people a favor, right? All right, now go on ahead and explain what that link is, please, Les, so that folks know, okay? Is there rioting? Is there protesting? What's going on? What are we talking about here, Scrappy? Oh, Prepper Princesses. Stevie, welcome. Good evening. I'm up late, guys. You know, I'm a little amped up because I'm kind of disturbed about some negativity I you know was experiencing here. Trying to relax and have my you know, Sunday relax on, and something just kind of got me worked up, and I'm still a little bit jacked up, to be honest with you about it. So I wanted to come out here. You know, I just decided to throw this live up and bounce it off you guys, and you know, see what your guys' take is on all this, right? So. Okay. All right. So I have news today from a local, like a local broadcast radio station here, just outside of Toronto. That's and it's one of the main rock stations around the Toronto area. So it's a fairly popular station. Okay. And the news information that they shared out today was that we're seeing a higher number of cases of the bug up here today than, you know, any that caused the initial shutdowns in spring, and they're headed to go on ahead and go north of that too. So. Sean, you know what? I don't really let trolls get under my skin. However, like I kind of chuckle at the trolls. Like, okay, 12 thumbs down on that video, most thumbs down on a video I've ever posted, and that video hasn't been up for 5 hours, right? And I see that as activity. You know, it's just it's activity, whether it's positive or negative. It's still activity, right? But I mean, you know, it just makes me ask a question: why the hate? Why would you share? Why would you spend your energy investing in such a negative emotion like hate? Why would somebody harbor something like that? Right? People got to let that stuff go, right? It's up there too, Johnny. Okay. All right. This is good information. And this is one of the reasons why we talk. We talk to people all over the place. Johnny's down in Hawaii. And he's saying, you know, it's things are up there too, right? So when we go on forums like this, we chat back and forth, real time in real life. You know, folks are in New Zealand, they're in Australia, they're in England, or over in Scotland, Ireland, in and throughout France and Europe, such like that, down all throughout the States, up here in Canada, all across the country. Talk about it in real time. We can actually see what's going on when we're talking to people who have boots on the ground, right? It's real-time information. Oh, dang, Sean. Okay. Yeah. Colors. We just got colors. What does that mean in different areas? Like that's a new thing that, okay, what Sean M just said, he's up in Ottawa, and he just, Ottawa area just got red zoned. That means a certain level of shutdown. Now, there's all kinds of colors that were just announced. I'm not sure what each one means in different areas, but it's hard to understand, really. CB, you're absolutely right. Hate hurts the giver more than the receiver as well. Sean, mandatory mask is being required in any public building here as well, pretty much since things opened up after March lockdowns here. So, like you folks in America, you got and you love and you want your rights and freedoms. I don't have to do this and I don't have to do that. That's cool. Hold strong to them. But I mean, up here, you're not getting into a grocery store if you don't have a mask on. It's that simple. If you want some milk, you got to put a mask on. Or pay your buddy to go in and get it. But how soon are your buddies going to get tired of going into the store for you because you don't care to put a mask on? I mean, just got to comply with sort of what the, if you want potatoes and you need a mask to get potatoes, put a freaking mask on and you'll get potatoes. Otherwise, plant your potatoes, wait 110 days, and then you get potatoes. Right, Johnny? Purple is locked down. Let me just catch up a wee bit here in the chat. Oh, okay. I'm just reading what Scrappy's saying here up in some previous comments, guys. Prepper Princess got 250 thumbs down. Well, if she had 250 thumbs down, she probably had 2,500 thumbs up, I would think, because it kind of seems to go in a 10% thumbs down type deal when there's, for my videos, I seem to experience 100% thumbs up, but when there's a video where it's, a little this way or that way, it might not be for everybody, and I do get some thumbs down, it tends to be about 10% thumbs down as to what the thumbs up are. And the thumbs up are usually only 10% of the views. So, if you get 400 views, you'll get 40 thumbs up and you'll get 4 thumbs down kind of deal. You know what I mean? But I just found it interesting that somebody would give me thumbs down for sharing a video that somebody else made regarding a report that somebody else made. And that's okay, it's not 1,000 cases a day in Ontario, Sean. Today was record breaking and it was up over 1,300, I believe. Check me on that. Don't take that number for verbatim. I may be off. I was in the car and I didn't hear it clearly, but it was a record number. It might have been 1,500. I'm not, trying to boost the numbers or anything like that, but if I don't like a video, I just kind of leave and move on. Either that, or I won't hit the thumbs down, but I'll explain to the creator in a comment, what I disagreed with, or or things like that. Like I'll do something more constructive rather than just laying out hate, you know? Yeah, Sean, check it out because, yeah, it's, we're breaking record numbers up here, okay? Man, I miss Ottawa. I used to live up there. I served did my military service up in Ottawa. Beautiful town, and Ottawa is like a big town that has a real small town feel. That's where everything happens, right? That's where all our politics go on, right? Oh, all right. Well, go on then, Les. Go on and get yourself some sleep. Have yourself a good night. I don't have to. I don't happen to have to work tomorrow, which is one of the reasons why I'm up late. Like I got worked up about some of that information I heard earlier, but I also don't have to work tomorrow. But go on, Les. Get yourself a good sleep, and I wish you you're well and safe. Stay that way, brother. I totally get that, Johnny. Yep, I hear that. You know what? And I see it in your comments too. Even if you don't agree with what I'm saying, you say your piece and you leave it at that. And you know, like intelligent adults with articulating thumbs, we can agree to disagree and remain friends, right? Which is a cool part of being an adult and being on these online forums and sharing information and being a smart person. Yes, we can all have an opinion on something. If it doesn't connect, then like it's okay. I don't have to be mad at you for the opinion that you have, and you're smart enough to not be mad at me for the opinion that I have. You're up late, Marie, doing work. A convention? What are you talking about, Sean? I'm not sure if you're responding to something I said or something somebody else said. A convention wouldn't be a good thing. You can't even get within 6 feet from anyone with a mask on up here. What kind of convention? What is the subject matter? Would I care to attend it? Yeah, right, Sean. Exactly. We all have our own opinions, and makes us who we are, and it doesn't make us bad people either, right? And just because you have a different opinion than me doesn't make me bad or you bad, right? San Diego convention. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Oh, okay. Government thing, training yearly. Yep. Okay. You know what? Okay. That's teachers definitely need to do that. Upgrade all the time. Stay current on what you're allowed to teach, not allowed to teach. On and on and on. It's the same with the military. As far as training goes, it's ongoing, and there's nothing you can do about it. You got to go do it. Whether it's on an online forum these days. I'm not sure how that's taking place or whatever, but it's something that's unavoidable. And there's social contact that takes place, right? Yes, Sean, absolutely. Certifications need to be maintained. Yes. One of the certifications I loved to maintain when I was in the military was the annual requirement. We had to be assessed annually at how we shot an assault rifle. And, like my job when I was in the military, I kind of worked in an office. It was a dark room with a bunch of computers and different lights around, but the room itself was dark, and like it was a dark office. And when I could get outside and get an assault rifle back in my hands, I love those times, because it was like an afternoon out or a day off work for us. Plus, we got a box lunch. It was those are bonus days. You work in a nursing home, hard with distancing. You want to hug the residents, but you can't. Okay, you know what, CB? All right, I got a very, very good friend of mine here who lives right in town here, like just a couple of blocks away from me. And she works just a few blocks over that way. And she's in long-term care as well. And she's super, super careful about what contact she has with others. Sometimes we get together because she knows I'm not going out and getting around a whole bunch of people, and she's also practicing the same things, just because she's got a responsibility to not bring that to her peeps at work, right? So we do get together from time to time, but the way the numbers are going these days, yeah, I think it's probably going to be best for her and I just to like chill out and not hang out for until spring or whatever, once winter phase has kind of passed, right? Just so she can keep her peeps safe, right? Because if she compromises herself and what she does, then maybe she's out of a job, or doesn't protect her peeps well enough, right? Assault weapon certs. Absolutely, Sean. You know what? There is nothing like a C7 fully automatic assault rifle. You can squeeze it once and send one volley downrange, or you can hold your trigger, your finger on the trigger for a short time and send a 2 or 3 round burst volley downrange. Now, when you send a one burst, you send one volley downrange, that weapon is very, very accurate. We're talking 40 millimeters, 5 rounds on top of 40 millimeters, with no scope from 100 yards. A fine weapon. I would take that. It's basically the same as an M16 with a few added blings. An interpreter in Germany for Russian. Well, that's cool. I know some things about Russia as well, and I probably will never discuss that. Ask for a mulligan? That's golf, man. That's golf, Sean. You can't get a mulligan on assault rifle certs. That's funny as hell, though. That's pretty funny. You on your way, Cherry? All right, good to see you. Thanks again. Yep, Canadian version of the M16. Basically, our model of M16 was taken after the American model, and we basically added a triangular knob of metal behind the ejection port, and it's a spent casing deflector, and we had an upgraded muzzle flash suppressor. That's basically about it. That's really the only difference between the two. I'd take either. I'd be happy, very happy with either, for sure. But Hickok was showcasing The M16? Real estate agents have to do a continuing education for sure. Absolutely. Especially now, right? Because there will be a whole bunch of virtual tours going on more so than in person and live physical open houses, right? Um, does that piece prevent jams more efficiently? You mean the spent casing deflector? The spent casing deflector is an external piece that's mounted on the backside of the ejection port. So it's not really an internal piece that will help prevent that. With a C7 or the M16, you're going to have jam ups are fairly frequent. It's not uncommon for it to heat up or for like just within use, like just within marching and doing drill with the things, pieces of plastic would fly off of it and seemed kind of flimsy and not durable. But if you know your IAs and stoppages, like if you get a stop or a jam in like when you're firing, uh, if you understand how to practice your IAs and stoppages, the recourse for that, it's easy to get out of a jam in a C7 or an M16. A rotating bolt. Well, they're actually gas fired. Like they generate their own gas to how sort of how they prime the next round. Part-time dog trainer and the rest of the time homemade crafts. Wow, that sounds fantastic, Murray. I'd love to be able to learn how to work from home. You on your way, CB? Okay. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. And thank you. God bless you. And hope you stay well and safe. Yeah, very peaceful. Definitely peaceful way to live. That's just it, Sean. The last thing you want is a problem you can't fix in a firefight. Oh, you were referring to the M1A Scout. Okay, I'm not familiar with the M1A. Uh, so uh, there's absolutely no way I would be able to responsibly give any, educated response toward that. Couldn't say. The shelves are good, Southern Boy. The shelves are fine up here. I've been to a few grocery stores and I haven't seen shortages on anything. Um, Now, in throughout the summer here, still, like after the lockdowns in the spring, and once the reopening's happening in like May and such like that, it took a good long while for the stores to replenish what was on the shelves. Like everyone was making runs on toilet paper and paper products and pasta and pasta sauces and the like. But they all got those stocked up, and after a while, a bit in the summer, it was slow getting some other things going on. Like when they had a sale, if they had a sale on ground beef or something like that, it'd be a limit of two per customer, right? So they seem to have got that all worked out. Yeah, ground beef is $8 a pound. Yes, yes, it is, Sean. Sean speaks the truth. $8 a pound here for ground beef. Not even the good stuff. Prices are crazy. Our Walmart barely even has an outdoor section, Johnny. It's just something people don't. I guess I guess they're not shopping for it up here in Canada. Still got limits there, Marie? What do you got limits there on, Marie? Please share that with the other folks. And whereabouts are you again? Please refresh our memory on that, just so we can get an idea of where these shortages or limits are happening, please. Couldn't get a bicycle? That's crazy. Can't you just order a bicycle on Amazon? Oh, it's up $8 in a month at Costco. You bought trays contact ago, trays contact ago for $20, and now they're 28 to 31. All right, so that's up like 50%, a third at least. Limit on rice. Okay. I'm not sure if you guys were following my videos throughout this year. Springtime, before this all this lockdown and everything took place, sale on rice for a 16.6 pound bag of rice up here. The sale was $6.99. The lockdowns happened. Then they eased up. They opened everything back up. Next time I saw rice, the sale was $7.99. Next time I saw a sale, it was $10.99. Today, the sale is $11.99 on the same bag of rice. That's the sale. So yeah, prices are booming, boosting. You're over in BC. Okay, thank you, Mary or Marie. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. I don't know if I said hi yet, Libby. Hiya. I got lots of toilet paper and paper products. I'm good and well set for a year, as I usually am. As far as rice goes, won't have to leave my house for a very long time. But I do want to round out my my bean storage. Like I got lots of kidney beans and navy beans, especially because I love using navy beans to make like a pot of beans, like baked beans. But I gotta round that out a little bit more. I gotta get some black beans and some maybe northern beans, things like that. Get that into my preps. So good. There's a lot I want to do with it, and I'm gonna start storing them different ways too. Like most of my beans, I got them dry canned, like I oven canned them, and I got them stored that way. But I'm gonna start banging a bunch into jars and like with some water and pressure canning those and having those like ready to go. Yeah, you can do that, Sean, for sure. I've got most of mine vacuum sealed into like canning jars, glass canning jars, half-gallon ones, same as I use for my rice, things like that, because I tend to dry can that as well. But yeah, do you know what, Sean M., as far as storing your dry goods into 2-liter pop bottles, that is a very good way of doing your storage. But it's not going to be, maybe not on the long term. On the long term, you know what I mean? Like, I've had split yellow peas stored in a peanut butter jar for 15 years, and it still made a fantastic pot of soup, so... Yeah, Lady K, I did do a video. I didn't want to do it though. I don't like that subject matter, and to To be honest with you, it freaked me out. It freaked me out so hard I made a video. Disturbed my Sunday. Cheap and stack deep. Best words ever, Grace. Cheap and stack deep. You know what? That's part of what one of the parts of what my channel is about is, you know, there's lots of prepping channels out there, and there's lots of really, really good ones. Some of them are filled with the fear, and they use the fear to fuel their views and such like that. And you know what? Guess what? It works, right? I'm not the fear guy. I try not to do that. So I just try and run on the merit of the value of my videos. Okay, well, get this, guys. I put out a video yesterday, how to light a fire with no matches, and it's got like 125 hits. How does lighting a fire with no matches have 125 hits only on it? You know what I mean? Like, it's definite my channel's not being promoted because I don't use the fear and I don't fuel the views, right? So it's kind of a YouTube algorithm thing, I think, right? Kimmy, how have you been storing your noodles? Please answer me that before I can suggest to you. Dry can your pasta into mason jars. It'll kill the bugs and it'll vacuum seal it at the same time. Okay. There's cryovac with Mylar bags. Absolutely. Yep, you can do that. In a plastic container with lids. Okay, Kimmy, use glass mason jars with proper mason jar lids and flats. Go watch my video on dry canning. And you can do your pasta that way as well. And that'll preserve your pasta for 20 years, 15, 20 years, no problem. It'll do that for pasta, beans, etc. Okay? Yeah, no worries at all. Any questions you have more? There's plenty of good, smart folks here to lend you good answers to whatever your query may be. Most days you just kind of decide what might be for dinner and you may well have it in your stockpile. No need to buy stuff at all. Okay, yeah, exactly. Get this, guys. You know, okay, as preppers, who doesn't have some pasta in the cupboard? All right, I've got canned ground beef. I made homemade pasta sauce, tomato pasta sauce, out of my garden this year, right? There's dinner. I've got flour and yeast. I can even make garlic bread at home from scratch. Not even leave the house, right? I may make a video tomorrow of deep fried dill pickles out of my pantry. I don't have to go anywhere, okay? Nowhere. This is why we prep. Have as much things as we can at home so that we don't have to go out if it's getting crazy out there or whatever, right? Do you know what, Lady K? Most of that stuff, you bought it in a bag or in its original container. Those dry goods, they're fine on your shelf for a year. They're not going to go bad on you unless you store them in a very warm, humid environment, right? That's the only way they might be affected, but sorry about that, Mary. Not sorry. Yeah, go deep fry you some dill pickles. Yeah, a lot of those dry goods will stay fine in their original containers for at least a year. But you know, when you start talking about flour has a bit of a lessened shelf life than many things. People say it'll be bad like after a couple of years or whatever. But if you want to dry can it, put it in your jars, throw it in the oven, dry can that, seal it up, and the word on the street that I get is dry canned flour will last up to 5 years and beyond. Okay. I'm not telling you that this is fact. I'm not telling you that this is what I know. I'm telling you that this is what I've heard. Okay. Do your own research. Always do your own research. Okay. Sous vide. Oh yeah. I haven't tried any sous vide yet, but I sure should. You know, and man, wow, you can do that with lots of stuff. You can impart flavor with that, bring it right up to the right temperature, sear it quick, and then jam it on a plate. Yeah, it's like kind of like cooking backwards. You know, I had to, when sous vide really came into popularity, I kind of had to wrap my mind around it a bit as a chef. It's like, what are you talking about? I got to cook it first and then finish it. I don't know about that, you know, because usually, you know, if you're in a kitchen and, you know, you're pan cooking something on the fly, bang, it goes into the pan or onto the grill hot and hard and fast. And then if it's something that needs to be cooked out, it stays in that pan and it gets fired into the oven. To finish off the cooking, you bang the pan out of the oven, take your ingredient out, deglaze the pan, finish off whatever sauce it is you're going to do to top your steak or whatever it is. But yeah, it's totally cooking backwards, right? Instant pickles with your cryovac machine. All right, well, hang on a second, Johnny. I'm not even talking to you right now. Let me just go catch up on the chat a little bit. Instant pickles, huh? Oh, it hurts my butt to buy something full price too, Grace. That's why I got new to me used combat boots today. Pork belly. Really? Johnny? You're kicking the flavonoid butt of my brain. Yeah, Scrappy. Yeah. What are you doing? Well, I'm just going shopping. Yeah, so you sneak down into the basement and pull out all these things. Yeah, just going shopping at the store. Right, Sean? Baffling, right? The idea is it's kind of backwards. As far as traditional culinary applications go, it's definitely backwards. Yeah, what do you mean you want me to put my steak in water? No, I don't want my steak anywhere near water, right? You were the head cook at Outback Steakhouse for 5 years? Cool. Nice. I'm not sure if I've been to an Outback. I think I was, yeah, and had a fantastic steak from there. 65 steaks on the grill at one time. Yeah, well, that sounds about right. Sounds like about 12 or 14 tables. Don't forget, Sean, I attended culinary school too as well, and you know I'm kind of trained to run a 5,000 meal a day 5-star hotel. Same with a sort of a 5-star cruise ship. They're cooked under a steel plate or aluminum plate. Lucky bastard. All right. You just call me a bastard. That's okay. Yeah. I did my culinary school up in Ottawa at Algonquin College, at the Woodruff campus. Shattered your nose? What are you doing? Sniffing the steaks? You shattered your nose sniffing the steaks? What? Um, you know what? Everyone should have a look at what Johnny's talking about. If Johnny ever speaks about food, if you see him in my chats or anything like that, if Johnny Harper ever speaks about food, lend your ear to the ground. The guy knows his shit. Stuff. Lost your sense of smell. Oh, man. Ouch. Yeah, I used to live at, it was like Woodruff and Meadowlands, not far off of there. Uh, yeah, I lived very, very close to there. I was a member of the Royal Canadian Legion at Branch 16 over on Bank Street. I did my military service not too far north of there. Just kind of off of the air base. I like my steakhouse the best. There's nothing like doing it at home, which is one of the reasons why I sent myself to school to cook, right? Like, I love food. I love good food, right? Like, when I was a kid, we grew up poor. And my mom was making stuff like, she'd take a can of Spam, slice it up, throw it on top of some macaroni noodles, put cheese on it, throw some tomatoes into it and onions. And that was our macaroni casserole dinner, and we were happy to get that piece of Spam meat on top of that, I'll tell you. So, we were fortunate as children to have meat. But as I grew older, and as my mom learned to cook better, and I realized what delicious and tasty things were, man, the first time I tasted a decent lasagna, that was my favorite thing for years and years and years. All I wanted was lasagna, right? I was so freaking happy when I got that. But yeah, my love of eating decent things is the reason I sent myself to school to teach myself. And yeah, I ended up owning a restaurant and a catering business. The catering business is way better than the restaurant as far as monetary aspects go. Restaurant is just a big hole in the wall that sucks money into it, right? But oh, you make a good lasagna, Kimmy? That would. Is there anything special that you do to it that's different than other people's lasagna? Uh, do you do something that makes it special, or is it just you do all the right things and it's just awesome? Because I love to taste decent lasagna all the time. I make one like I make my own fresh pasta. Okay, so when we're talking about cooking, I make my own fresh raviolis, smoked mushroom and chicken raviolis. I'm not playing, guys. Deglaze and white wine mushroom sauce, awesome, 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 right? So, not playing here, but I love to hear what other people's foods are and how they do them. Oh, it's tough going out scrappy. That's one of the reasons why it's good to learn to cook and stay home to do it, right? Yep, you can control food costs absolutely with catering much easier, Sean. Everything you cook is sold, right? You don't cook anything unless it's sold in a catering aspect, and in a restaurant aspect, you have to have everything in the cupboard, in the fridge, whether it's sold or not. If it's on the menu, it's got to be there, right? Butter chicken lasagna? Are you kidding, Marie? I'll be right there. It's not hard to do, Sean. But yeah, it's fantastic ravioli. It's like next level, you know. Open up a can of Chef Boyardee and then make your own pasta and stuff it with smoked chicken and some wild mushrooms and chives. And, you're not even talking about the same planets, right? Mushrooms, 3 pounds of mozzarella, cottage cheese. Do you know what? Okay, I've had cottage cheese in my lasagnas from the past. To be honest with you, that's not a typical thing to do with um, lasagna. However, I love it. It's a thing a lot of people do, and I love it. But traditionally, there's no cottage cheese in lasagna. But I love it. I love it when it's in there. You worked for Wolfgang for 7 years? Okay, Johnny. All right, I got to ask you this. All right. Did you get to meet the dude? And if you did, what was your best and worst experience with him? Like, did he bust your chops hard about something you did bad, or did he bust your chops good about something you did good? Out with it, Johnny. Come on. Yeah, ricotta for sure. Yeah, cottage cheese is it's kind of for people who don't understand cheeses or haven't taken the time to study. I'm not slamming anybody here. Like, I've had plenty of a lasagna that was made with cottage cheese. It was fantastic. So, please don't take it as a slight. All right, no slight whatsoever. All right, Johnny. So, what about with the Wolfgang here, or Wolfgang? Did he bust your chops? He obviously didn't fire you if you were there for 7 years. He was permanently shit faced. Oh my god. Uh, this is why I like talking to actual people. Oh my god, Johnny, that's way too funny. Fudge syrup on mealworms. Ick. Well, it's actually food if you're talking about it, Nose. Chickens would love it. Ricotta, ricotta layer, Italian blend on top of that. Al dente noodles, meat sauce, ricotta, Italian cheese. Italian cheese. Nose picking gross. Haven't had running water in a month. What? Carnivore is okay with rabbit food. Do you know what? That's probably Scrappy. That's probably why my mother used it as well. Before she really had any education. Like my mother worked at a Tim Hortons as the overnight donut baker, and then she picked up a job at the hospital as a salad girl. They liked her. They liked her work. She moved up to a cook. They sent her to school to get her red and gold seal chef papers, which were sort of required for her line of work. And that's what she did as well before she understood the differences on like what to use. It's cheaper and it's more available, and it does do the job for sure. My chat is full of novice preppers. Yeah, well, you're here, nose picking, so must be true. Yeah, we're all here to learn. No, it doesn't take much ricotta or cottage cheese, whichever you decide to use. Um, because yeah, there's so many layers in there that it just all kind of melds together. And all right, I'm watching something here play out. See what's going to go on here. I'm going to make a bowl of popcorn for this. You know what? My prepping channel is fairly new too. I posted my first video like in March of this month, and it was a crappy shot of my off my phone. It was in Canadian Tire before all this shutdown started. All the masks were blowing off the shelves. I rolled in there, and I made a crappy. I don't know if it was a minute and a half even, that video. What's going on, nose picking? How you doing? You good? My goal is to continuously feed my brain. Might as well. And I fed my brain so much it started to spill out. So I started a YouTube channel to try and share some of that stuff because it's draining out my ear. And, it's too much for me. So I had to share it with somebody, right? Yeah, I'm an easygoing guy too. I like to relax. I like to relax and share information. Not call the other guy a bad guy. There's no room for that. There's plenty of room for people that want to do that, but it doesn't leave me enough elbow space for how I like to live. Well, that's what this is about, Kimmy. We're just trying to share out any knowledge that we have. Anybody that's in here that has a channel, go check them out. They've all got decent videos on prepping or whatever their little slant is on life, right? Like for me, this year, I just started my prepping channel this year in March, and I did a tiny urban garden to see if food could be grown in a city in sort of an SHTF sort of situation. The answer is yes. It was a very, very successful experiment. Now, in addition to that, I learned to can all that produce. I learned canning, pressure canning, pickling, all this year, just because of kind of current situations, and I thought I'd jump up and share it to help other people learn who might not know how just yet. Nets for fishing. That would be a good thing, for sure. All right, nose picking. So you know what we're talking about here, right? I was kind of also raised as a prepper as well. I grew up on a 360-acre operating beef and hog farm, right? Our garden wasn't smaller than an acre, I'll tell you that. And when I say acre, it was a back acre because I was a kid. I was out there. I didn't control the garden. I was in charge of picking out the weeds, bent over, and my back ached. I was shoveling hay, shoveling cow and pig manure all the time. All right, Mary, slide that popcorn over here then. I'll have a little nibble. Thank you. I love some popcorn. Right, Johnny. And cheers to that. Butter and salt. Butter, salt, and dillweed, please, on mine. I love me some dillweed. All right. No, that's fine. Like, that's what my title for this live stream was. What's with all the hate? I don't want any hate on my streams or anything like that, in my streams or in the comments of my vids. People can leave comments all they want, and just make them positive, right? Like, lend a positive spin. There's so much friggin' negativity out there. All right, with all this election crap and all that shit that's going on, or that has been going on, I didn't want to have anything to do with it, because everything out there, every prepper or whatever channel out there, they're all doing politics, right? I'm sick of it. I don't want that. You on your way, Scrappy? Okay. All right, yeah, night, Scrappy. Stay safe and well, okay? That's just it, Kimmy. We need to come together and help the other. That's what it's all about. Not trying to pick the other apart. Like, if you see somebody's got a little hole in what they do, be supportive and say, hey, look, maybe you could do this to help you out in this way. But, don't try and cut the other down. Yeah, just support the other. Like, why the hate? Why the negativity? You know? Nutrition yeast. Is it worth adding to your preps? Ask that to Johnny. He probably knows best. Yep. There you go. Okay, so maybe give a quick description how nutrition yeast is different from like a regular dry active yeast, or just a quick one. I got a couple of pounds of yeast here too, in sort of a varied number of varieties, but I'm not sure what nutrition yeast is. I've never heard any yeast called that. So maybe share it out, bounce it around a bit, and we can all learn a little bit of something here. How so, and like what for, Johnny? But I mean, nutrition yeast. Like, what is it? All right, you guys are all loving it. Come on out and share with me, someone. What is it? What's the flavor profile? Why do you use it? Ah, okay. Thanks, Johnny. There's so many things you can buy to shake onto popcorn. So many flavorants out there for that. I just like to use butter, pepper, like cracked pepper, cracked salt, and dillweed on mine. Umami right there. Tons of it, right? Creates a wicked flavor profile. I use the crap out of dillweed. I use dillweed in like if I'm making a tuna sandwich out of a can of tuna, I'll put dillweed in there. Maybe some capers too. Uh, I'll put dillweed and salt and pepper on my pork chops before I grill them, before I put them on a barbecue. Fantastic flavor outcome. I'll put them on there before I grill them, or before I pan fry them. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. Hawaiian Hurricane popcorn. Wow. Well, what kind of biscuits are you going to make, Murray? You going to throw some dillweed in there, or some umami, or some chili flakes, or go on ahead and share? Yeah, Johnny, go ahead and explain that to for Sean there. Oh, all right, Johnny. You eat like a bear. I've had some tasty bear, smoked bear. Smoked bear I've eaten is like the tastiest roast beef you've ever had. Frickin' delicious. Cheddar, dillweed, and roasted garlic. That sounds good on almost anything. It was tasty bear nose. What can I say? Personally, I eat light, but what I do eat, I want it to be frickin' good. I don't need to have mountains of it, you know. Like I got mountains of food to cook. That's not a problem. It's just you know, when I sit down at the table, I don't need a great big plate of stuff. Thank you, Johnny. Well, you know what, nose picking? If I sit here and talk about making smoked chicken and mushroom ravioli, um, yeah, I can eat that when the stores are closed. Absolutely. I've got jars and jars of mushrooms stored. Got lots of smoked turkey, chicken, pork hocks in the freezer. Got flour, dried eggs on hand to make pasta. I can do that. Wasabi is I don't mind it in tiny doses. Dehydrated eggs, yeah, Murray. You can dehydrate eggs and turn them into grind them into a powder, and you can store them in a jar, and they will be shelf stable for a long time. Yep, dehydrated eggs. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yeah, Johnny's a sushi chef, so he plus he's surrounded by an ocean, so he knows his stuff, and he's got the availability around him. He loves fishing. Everything. Lots of times, I go on to other channels, and we're looking for where Johnny is, and he's usually out fishing. Oh, but yeah, okay. I just saw your comment, Christina. Thank you. That's cool. Powdered milk, yeah. You know what? You can make cheese out of that, right? Store that up, and yes, you can make cheese. Your wife's a pastry chef? No kidding. Wow, Johnny. Pastry chefs can make like 90 grand a year up here, like working for somebody else. You know what I mean? Or doing their own thing way more. Yeah, that's cool. I'm definitely a cook, not a baker. You know, baking is sort of a other skill, which is why it's a other trade, right? Oh, she works for the Four Seasons. You met her in the kitchen. She didn't ever fire any pots and pans at you, did she? Because that happens in the kitchen all the time. See, that's just it, Sean. Yeah, if you know how to cook, you can eat damn well. Which is one of the reasons why I learned to cook. Okay, my farming background, my military background, my construction background, my comms background, all of this has, I think, led me to sort of be a prepper. I've been training for it my whole life, right? And yeah, I can get locked down and eat freaking fantastic. Me and my whole mag, you know, not just me, the whole family, my whole mag. Oh yeah, to mix some milk up to drink. It is a little lacking for sure. But for a baking or cooking aspect, it does work. Absolutely. Oh man, Johnny, you didn't happen to post any vids of all the foods you put up for your Halloween gig, did you? Nobody goes hungry at Johnny's place. No. It's a life force. These are not the droids you're looking for. Nah, just exactly, Sean. Yeah, just dial it up on the skip the dishes or something like that, and whatever you want, they'll just deliver it to you, and it's cheap. They can eat. Don't have to clean, cook, do dishes. Uber Eats, yeah, yeah. There's lots of those out there, right? Though, and yeah, cooking is becoming a lost art. Same as gardening, canning, pickling, all that stuff. Which is kind of why I busted most of that out this year on my channel. It's becoming a lost art, and it's going to be need to be preserved, right? Uh, Pardon the pun. No pun, but nice, Johnny. That's cool. What oil is best to cook grasshoppers? Depends how you want your grasshoppers done. Nose pecking. Personally, I'd use like a peanut oil, fry them real hot and fast. And you can dust them in some chili powder first too to give them a nice flavor. Deep fried grasshopper, sure. It's all protein at the end of the day, right? Yeah, chili. It'd be like chili flavored popcorn, I would think. Tear head off. Yes. Peanut oil. Okay, yeah, that works too. I haven't had any cricket protein or grasshopper protein or anything like that as yet. Just haven't been fortunate enough to try it or had the interest to go out of my way to seek it out and find it. You know, I'm okay with protein from chickens and eggs and pork and beef, shrimp, fish, things like that for now. They were just crunchy. They had cheese sprinkled on it. Okay. Maybe if you flavor them first before you fry them. I don't know. The Cajuns like to flavor it before they fry them, or explain yourself a little bit more there, nose picking. Oh, they flavor it and then fry it? Okay. Well, that's usually the best way to pound your flavor into something. You know, if you fry something with no flavor in it and then you try and flavor it after, a lot of times it won't stick or, you know. Pesticides, cross-contamination, ick. Yeah, okay, I hear you on that one, Johnny. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, food safety, right? Tasted like crunchy soy sauce. Kind of ick and yum at the same time. Soy sauce tastes good. Crunchy is palatable. Made a soy sauce out of the grasshopper. Oh, huh. I want to see vids of that. He had a scorpion. Red, hard, no. Thank you. I'm not eating any scorpion, talons or stinger. No way. Nope. Hell to the no on that, Sean. No, frickin' no. Hard no. Noma. Watch Noma YouTube. Okay, thanks for the heads up, Johnny. It was on a stick like a pogo. It isn't even the same frickin' thing as a pogo, Sean. Just hell to the no. Man. Alright, you guys go have your own chat. This is freaking me out. Yeah. I'm a Scorpio. I'm not eating a scorpion on a frickin' stick and calling it a pogo, alright? I want ketchup on my pogo, which is a hot dog dipped in corn batter, alright? I don't mind it with hot mustard or sweet mustard, whichever. Either. But, dang. You know what? Nose picking, you have a point there for sure. Yeah, you gotta go to what's available, right? For sure. And dandelions, you know what? I've got well, I've got dandelion jelly in my fridge. What else do I have from dandelions? I don't have any dandelion wine. But yeah, that's one of the things I have in my fridge from dandelions is dandelion jelly, and it tastes almost like honey. Freaking delicious. But what else is in your yard? Yeah, exactly. You know, you eat what you can find, for sure. Totally have to go there. You ate a rat? Some good barbecue. Cool. Did you have to do it low and slow like rabbit? Like is the meat low and fat like a rabbit is? Homemade pogos, yeah. You know, you can do that, right? Yeah, dandelion jelly is freaking fantastic. You can make dandelion jelly, dandelion wine. You can use the leaves in a salad. And as far as I understand, with dandelions, you can also use a dandelion root as sort of a coffee substitute, right? The 4 uses right there for one plant, right? What may be in your backyard. So, you know, don't just know what's in your backyard. Know how to use it, right? Like nose picking brought up a good point. What do you got in your backyard that you can use, and you got to go there and use it? Know how to use it. And that's what all this is about: sharing this information, right? We got a lot of smart people here in the chat, bouncing a lot of good ideas off the other. And if one person gleans just a touch of information off the other, then my job is done here, right? Successful mission, right? Peanut butter and dandelion jam sandwich. I might actually do that later, Sean. Have a toasted PB and dandelion jelly sandwich. Freaking fantastic. Well, I've had it before, and it's outstanding. Outstanding. It's better on an English muffin, to be honest with you, especially if that English muffin stays hot. All that butter and peanut butter and everything melts together. That is good. Good, good, good. You know what, Johnny? It's funny. The folks I got this honey from are also the same people I got my dandelion jelly from, right? And like they got a couple acre homestead going on, right? And so it's funny. My buddy's wife, Tina, she was going to her neighbor's yard and like picking dandelions off the front of their lawn, and like she knocked, of course, and said, "Hey, I can see the dandelions here on your yard. Do you mind if I pick them?" And most people up here are like getting the weed man in to try and get rid of dandelions, right? And there are other smart folks out there actively seeking dandelions, right? Well, yeah, well, increasing the knowledge of 10 viewers is better than increasing the knowledge of no viewers, right? The thing about these live streams, nose picking, is they're not typically viewed while they're live by a lot of people, but they do tend to get a lot of hits. So this live stream should probably reach about 300 people, you know, kind of at the end of the day, 300 to 400. Not a lot. I don't really get a lot of activity on my channel. My channel isn't one of those ones that's promoted hard like, you know, the other big channels, but it reaches some people. And my goal, nose picking, if I can help one person learn something, you know, then I'm really happy about that. Did I see Alaska Preppers vid of English muffins? No, I hadn't. I had seen that it is up, Sean, but I had not had a chance to go and look for it. All right, Johnny, you stay well and safe, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. Not worth the title I have. Why the hate? Why the hate? That's the title. I mean, like, what are you talking about, Nose? You got to put a title up. They want a title. I'm still having a beer. Yeah. Cheers, Johnny. Night, anyone and everyone who is leaving. Good night. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, it was a good chat. You know, just to share some information out. I'm glad the chat evolved to a way where it did, rather than what the title was. You're on your way, Mary. I'm sorry if I say it wrong. You have to work with 3 Great Danes. All right, you're going to have your hands full for sure. Stack it to the rafters, indeed. All right, you know what? Why the hate will not draw people wanting to know about preps? You should do a dandelion video. Well, I didn't put this live stream up to draw people. I was actually just kind of venting a little bit. But yes, you're right. I should do a video about dandelions. However, I did a video yesterday on lighting a fire without matches, and it's got 124 views. How does a video of lighting a fire without matches only have 120 views on it? YouTube is suppressing it. It's got to be. They're definitely not promoting my channel, right? Yet another use for dandelions. Yes, use them to light a fire. Yeah, I mean, like if you don't find value in the videos that you're already in, don't go looking for something else, because you've already got all the information on dandelions you could possibly want. That's the thing about it is, people can't see the value of what's in front of them, you know? You don't have to go looking anywhere else. It's right there, right? People are so busy looking around and seeing, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Well, it's right in your freaking hand, man. It's right in front of you. Just stop looking around, trying to see where it is, and look at where it's actually there, We can do that, Lady K, for sure. Absolutely. I'm 100% on board with that. I would love to do that with you. You and, in a compilation with you and Johnny, yeah, for sure. Or, whoever. Everybody should be doing videos on dandelions, Everyone that knows about them should be selling them, trading them, bartering them, making things with them, trading out and bartering that, right? Flower power. Right on, nose picking. That's right. Johnny, you're blessed to have those farmers markets you got down there. So inexpensive. That big bag of basil you showed me freaking blew my mind. I bought a whole plant like that, and it was like $8. You got a whole bag for $3, or it was less. It was $1.99 or something. $1. All right, now you're just twisting the blade a little bit, Johnny. That hurts a little. But yeah, I bought and grew a basil plant this year, and it tweaked out. It's done. It's toast. Still got to bring my rosemary in, but dang, man. A compilation would be wicked. Maybe a live stream one day when I can put up one of those StreamYard things, and we can all jump up and do one of those things like that. Like Mallory does. She does that. And so does Colin. I haven't figured out how to do that just yet. As all of you know, I'm not very techy. I'm working on that. You cloned your neighbors on a trade. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there on dandelions, and if you guys want to collab and do a mutual video, sure. Dandelion Caesar salad. Boom. Nice. Nice, Johnny. Yeah. Oh, dandelion salve. Really? Okay, Lady K, that's really interesting. That's cool. Yet another use for dandelions. Now there's 5 uses for dandelions, and that's a use I didn't know, that it makes a good salve to like rub into your sore muscles or whatever. That's freaking cool. Oh yeah, when you work your muscles like that, yeah, you need your muscles need that, right? I kind of do this all day and like push up against a ceiling or corners all day too. So my muscles get all jacked up too, right? And like I use fire cupping and things like that to sort of alleviate some of the pain that I have. I had been using edible cannabis to alleviate the pain, but I don't like the lingering effect of it. I do still make it for other people who want that, but for me, I just find the effects are too lingering. You're doing Muay Thai, and your buddy broke his arm. He broke his arm trying to hit you, or dang. Well, that's going to require more than a band-aid or a dandelion, I'll tell you that. Johnny, he broke your arm, he kicked you. Damn, son. Goodness gracious. Yeah, well, do you know what? I guess if he broke your arm, you obviously had it in the right place to block, because he was probably shooting for your head, right? Broken arm is better than a broken head. IMHO. Yeah, no dandelion salve's gonna fix that. Oh man, them guys that come in from Thailand, yeah, they train against trees, right? Yeah, their shins are freaking hard. Yeah, they're hard and well seasoned. Yeah, they don't mean to play. They play to win. All right, guys. Well, it's kind of like 2 in the morning, and you healed good. Yeah, yeah. Nurse that, Johnny. Don't spar a whole lot. Protect that. Uh, anyways, yeah, guys. It's like 2:10 in the morning. I just wanted to put up a video and vent a little bit, and of course, chats evolve always as they do, and thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna shut her down here. Um, like I don't have to go to bed. I don't have to go to work tomorrow or anything like that. I just kind of want to chill out and do my own thing and go field some more hate from my earlier video and see how awesome that is, right? Like it's funny sometimes whenever you post something, if it's whatever it is, if it's questionable or whatever, you're gonna get hate and uh, so sometimes I just like to vent a little bit and have a little breathing space before I go ahead and get back to that. But So, anyways, yeah, that's what I got for you guys for a live tonight. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you guys. Well, today's Sunday. If we don't see you Tuesday over on pinball, I'll be doing a video Monday or Tuesday for sure. Anyway, so we'll see you guys near very near future. All right. Well, it was very nice to have you here, Lady K. All right, everyone, stay well and safe. Look after your stuff. If you're, get your preps on. If you got to top up your gas tanks or whatever it is you need to do, if you guys know what you need to do. Okay. All right. Stay well and safe, everyone. And this is going to be North out here for now. All right. Stay well and safe, all.